Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining me early. I was just telling Tammy I had to go early today because I am taking 4 kids to the water park today. So I have got to do this so that I can get them ready, pack lunches, sunscreen, all the things. Anyway, before we get started talking about what I wanted to do today, I wanted to remind you that auto ships are tomorrow. So make sure you've checked with your peeps. There's nothing worse than a processed auto ship that was not being expected. And I don't know about y'all, but for me, most of my auto ships are on the 5th. So it's like the biggest one. And another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about really quick is um, Thrive and Mingles. They start on the 10th. So we are going to have the opportunity to earn some really awesome things. However, it is different than it was before. For example, before the last time they did this, you could do one every single day. And now this time you can only do them 2 times in 1 week. So I'm going to go over a little bit about what you need to do so that you can start preparing now, because you still have 6 days to start preparing for these. And what I don't want you to do is be blindsided and say that, well, I didn't know that last time XYZ. It is different, but they are doing some really awesome things to go along with and to record or to reward you for doing this. So the first thing I want to let you know is, where did it go? Common questions. Let's see. Oh, here we go. First thing I want to talk to you about is what you earn. So the prizes, hello. For virtual, if you do 5 events, you get $100 in Thrive credits and 2 sample mailouts. If you do 10 events, you get $150 in Thrive credits and 4 sample mailouts. Plus you get 25% off promo codes. And then if you do 20 events, you get $250 in Thrive credits, 10 sample mailouts, 30% off promo codes. Hello, that's huge. And 1 entry for exclusive invite only Lavelle brand trip. Who wants to go on a trip? Because duh, me. So that's for the virtual events. For the in-person events, if you do 3 of them, you're getting $100 in credits. If you do 2, or you're going to get 2 sample mailouts, and you're going to get an exclusive Lavelle gear item. They are rewarding you for doing in-person events faster than virtual events. Okay, that's for 3 events. If you compare it to the virtual, that was 5 events. If you do 6 in-person events, you get $150 in credits and 4 sample mailouts and a small promoter host package, which is the Classic Thrive experience. You can pick men's or women's. You get vanilla lifestyle mix, a green DFT, balance thirst, pink pro, boost, cran plus, and chill. And then if you do 12 in-person events, you get 250 in Thrive credits, 10 sample mailouts, 30% off promo codes, a large promoter host package, okay, which is Thrive Elite, the whole experience. Also, all 3 Lavelle skin products, all gummies, and Thrive Pro Sculpt. And you also get 2 entries for the invite only Lavelle brand trip. So this to me is so exciting because this is all you have to do is host events, you guys. That's what you are doing. Now I want to talk about the rules, and then there's some common questions also. In order to be eligible, you have to be active and qualified. There is a hosting limit. You can host up to 2 events total per calendar week. In order to register, you have to register at least 7 days in advance of the event date. So if you register on a Tuesday, the first day you can host the event will be the following Tuesday. Event promo codes received cannot be stacked with other codes or promos. So your event promo code can only be used by first time orders from your event. So you know how we get those promo codes whenever we did them before? You can't stack it, and it's only for first time orders. It's not for any and everyone who wants a code. Your photos and videos must not include children under 18. You must submit your event within 10 days of hosting to qualify. So you can't do it in June and submit it in July. Well, they won't take it. You must include at least 5 people in the photo, must include Thrive products and or signage. No family gatherings or team meetings will be accepted. All photos are subject to further consideration, so please showcase your event accurately. Basically, do this for yourself, do this for your business. Don't just try to win free stuff. Yes, we want the free stuff, but the goal is to earn it by growing our businesses. Virtual event link requirement for your virtual events, a link to the video or recording must be provided. The video must remain viewable for a minimum of 20 days and must be public. So they can go check on your event. They want to make sure you did it. The next one is virtual event platform. Virtual events cannot be held within private Facebook groups. So we can't do this in our customer page. It's a private group. So your submissions will be rejected. No screenshots will be accepted. This is for virtual events. Team calls and Zooms are not accepted as valid events. They need to be a true virtual Thrive and Mingle. Social media restrictions. No social media stories or image posts will be accepted as some event submissions. Please ensure your event is live, interactive, and public. Sorry, Tammy, no more stories and reels. It worked before, but not anymore. So if that was something you did in the past, it will not work this time. No social media stories or image posts. Oh, I just read that one. No manual video submissions are allowed. Via email, no exceptions. So you can't, basically you can't edit it. Like submit the correct thing the first time. You know, if you did it, you know what the link is. A minimum of 5 people must be in attendance and shown in your virtual or in-person event. So if it says a minimum of 5 people must be in attendance, it's going to show how many people watched your thing. So that's how you know who's there. So then alongside of that, there is a common questions thing, in case you were wondering. It says, can I host both virtual and in-person events? And the answer is yes. You can choose to do both a virtual event track and an in-person event track at the same time. You have the freedom to choose whichever type of event you are most comfortable with. If you'd like to stick with only virtual or only in-person, great. If you'd like to give both a try, even better. Please note the following. These event tracks will be recorded separately. They will have different submission requirements, reward tiers, and reward types. You may complete each event track once. Events can accrue simultaneously or intermittently, but once you have reached the maximum number of events for that track, you can no longer receive additional rewards. So once you've reached the max, you can't keep going for more rewards. It is what it is. You may not have a virtual and in-person event occurring at the same time. So you can't do your in-person event and record it or like live stream it and have it count for one event or 2 separate events. It will only count for one event. And you can only host 2 events total per week. So if you start planning your in-person events, you want to try and make sure that you don't do 3 in a week, right? You can only do 2 per week. Or if you do 2 virtuals in 1 week, you can't also do your in-person one. You will need the link to your virtual event when you submit it. It has to be public. You have to be live and interactive. It has to be at least 8 minutes long for your virtual event. So if you do a virtual one, it has to be at least 8 minutes long. It has to be submitted within 10 days. You have to be qualified and active. So you can't be a non-Q&A promoter and do one of these. So if you're going to start this on June 10th, make sure you're qualified and active, because if you're not, you won't get credit for it. Only one event host can submit for rewards. Duplicate events will be denied. So if you're doing this and you have a guest on with you, it will only count for one person who's hosting it, not both promoters. So if you're going to help someone with their virtual thing, maybe they'll return the favor the following week or even in the same week, because separate people will be submitting two separate events. And again, you can only host 2 events per week. You guys, they have bolded these words so many times in these graphics. 2 events total per week. It's all over this graphic. So hopefully that makes sense to y'all. If you do an in-person event, it has to have at least 5 people and Thrive products and or signage. It says they're going, the pictures are subject to further consideration. Please ensure your photo accurately showcases the effort of your event. No family gatherings or team meetings will be accepted. They're going to do some research. They probably have a whole entire team dedicated to only looking at Thrive and Mingles and going to look and see if they're compliant. You have to be qualified and active, and you must have placed at least 1 order of Thrive to receive rewards. Only 1 event host can submit for rewards. You can only have 2 per week. Let's see. This goes until December 10th, 2024. So if you're wondering how long you have until December. That is plenty of time to do both virtual and in-person events. Start planning them. That's why we're going over this now, so you're not blindsided about all the things. You can do only 2 per week, but you have until December 10th to complete them. Once you have hit the maximum threshold, you cannot restart. You can't do more. I mean, you can do more, you just won't qualify for these rewards. It says you do not have to complete all tiers to receive rewards. For example, if you host 10 in-person events, you will receive rewards for tiers 3 and 6, but not tier 12. So if you go back and look, the tiers are what I was saying at the beginning with the different levels of things that you can earn. You will know if it's been approved and what you have earned. When logging into your cloud office, you will see a Thrive and Mingle section. This is where you register, submit, and track the progress. You will see a progress bar at the very top that will show you how many events have been completed and approved and how many you need into your next reward. Once you submit your event for approval, give them 7 business days to review and approve or deny your event. If your event is approved and you've hit a reward tier, allow 10 business days to receive your rewards. I can't tell you how many times during the last one, I would get like messages from promoters like, I did my event yesterday, why isn't it showing? Like, just give them time, you guys. It does take them time to go and make sure your stuff is legit. There's so many people doing these. If it's missing, you can't get your rewards, there's an email. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing your upline can do. And you just message thriveandmingle@lavelle.com. And your goal, it says, what should my goal be when hosting a Thrive and Mingle? And it says Thrive and Mingle was created to be an exciting opportunity for promoters and potential new customers alike. Our goal is to encourage an environment where you can not only share your love for Thrive, but also push yourself to reach new eyes and ears and grow your business in an enticing way. Set goals for yourself, step out of your comfort zone, be creative, and get mingling. So think about your goals. What are your goals going to be with this? What are you going to hit and when are you going to hit it? Because I'm telling you right now, you can host 3 events in June and get your exclusive Lavelle gear item this month. 3 in-person events. And you could, I don't know if there would be time to do both the 5 virtual and 3 events. That's 8 events in just a couple. I don't know. I'd have to look at the calendar, but virtual events and in-person events will be rewarded. Okay, so now that I went over all of those good things, I am so excited because I want to create some content, and Charlotte was the first person to comment on the link, and so I get to create some content for her. So if you're going to do this, you might want to watch the recording and pause and go back and listen, because that's how I learned. I learned this on an Instagram post and I paused and rewatched and went and did all the things. Again, I am not a expert. I'm a self-taught person. What we're going to do is we are going to create 30 pieces of content for Charlotte's Instagram, and you are going to be able to do this for yourself. So the very first thing we need to know for Charlotte, and I know obviously she disappears as soon as we do this, but I need to know who she helps. Like, who is your ideal person? And of course, you know, let me share my screen here. So I'm going to share this. We'll come back to that when she pops back on. The first, another first thing, oh, there she is, that you need to do is create the template. So the template options, what I've done is go into Canva and in the search bar, type Instagram quotes, because this is going on your Instagram. This is going to make your Instagram look pretty. So you're going to, let me pull up the chat here so that I can have it. We're going to need to pick the template because although we are going to create 30 pieces of content, all of them are going to be identical with the same background, but different verbiage. And let's see, I was just showing Tammy, this is how mine looks now. It's all of these, it's the same exact template with different words. And we're gonna do it so fast. So I am going to click this one for Charlotte because I did go and peek at her Instagram and she has a few images on her Instagram that are like black with different words. So we're gonna just go ahead and customize this one. And we can make it a little, let's see. We want to delete this really great site.com, but what I think we're going to do here is we're going to put at Charlotte, what is your Instagram handle?
KY, hang on, let me make sure I tell you right. I want to make sure I spelled it right. It is at KYGURL71.
So that will stay on all of them. Do you like your little graphic, Charlotte?
I do.
Okay. It'll look so good when it's on your Instagram. So what I do with these is I'll post one quote and then the next picture on my Instagram is going to be anything else but this, not words. It's going to be, it'll be a Thrive post or something about my lifestyle, anything but, and every other post is one of these and it's going to look like a checkerboard. I started doing this the hard way by making these one at a time. So this is my Instagram and you can see like the purple ones are like checkerboard, like the purple quote, like it's quotes in the middle and purple in the background. I started doing this like one at a time, like, God, I'm gonna forget to do this and to keep it going. So I made these and now it's going to be with those, but that's how your Instagram story is going to, or Instagram feed will start to look when you use these. But we don't just want a picture going up. We want it to be actual content, like engaging content, not just like a quote that you threw up, right? So what we need to do is go to your Chat GPT, Charlotte. This is where I'm going to have you open up your Chat GPT. And I want to know tell me who you help with your Thrive business.
You want me to type it in here and tell you what it says?
No, I want you to tell me and then I'm going to tell you what to type.
Okay. Basically, I feel like my niche is like busy parents, grandparents, spouses, things like that. People who like to be outdoors, people who like to lead a healthy lifestyle, people who like to go to the gym and be active. Those are like my people.
So you want to help people who are busy be more healthy.
Yeah.
Like to shorten that into something we're going to put into Chat GPT. So my personal example was I want to help an entrepreneur and a mom, right? So you're going to type into your Chat GPT, give me 30 quotes about being a healthy, busy person. That's what I'm going to say, because you want to help, all people, or you can put moms, grandparents, or spouses, but did you type it in?
Yeah, but it's giving me internal server error. What the? Hang on, let me try this again.
Of course.
Ah, man, gotta love it. Still same thing. What the?
Maybe try opening in a different browser or just close it all together. My chat GPT did this to me earlier. I went to pop this up and it was like, can't load information. I'm like, what in the world? This is supposed to be artificial intelligence. This is supposed to
Right.
be smart
You
as
should be working. What the crap?
So if you're watching this and you're like, you need to think about who you help, because this is going on your Instagram. This is why I'm having Charlotte use her chat GPT, because I use my chat GPT all the time, so it knows me. So Charlotte's chat GPT is created for her. If you need help with chat GPT, go back and find the previous trainings. We have gone over this so many times, how to use it, how to create it, and how to personalize it. This is a huge tool that we should be using. And I know Charlotte uses it a lot, so I know this thing's going to come up with some good stuff if it works.
If I can get
My
it.
my chat GPT is doing the exact same thing hers is right now.
Okay, good. It's not just me then.
So I don't know, and I was just on chat GPT 15 minutes ago. So I don't know if they're having, oh,
That's
Olivia says her too.
wonderful.
Of course, when you decide to do a Zoom about it, it's going to be a real,
Yeah, because even like when I try and type in chat GPT, like in Google or something, maybe to go to another way, it's already in the search bar chat GPT down. So it must be,
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. I'm like, what are the odds?
Okay, so what I'm gonna do then, I'm gonna leave this how it is, and I'm gonna send this to Charlotte so that she can do it when it pops up. But because we're here and we're making this recording, I want to show you how to do it. So I'm gonna go back to templates and I'm gonna leave that one for Charlotte, and I'm just gonna click on this one. So you can either create your own template or you can go and use one that's already made. It doesn't matter as long as you just have one. I will tell you that I started this thinking I was going to use the purple and black that I had showed you, which that file already had nine graphics in it, but I was just doing one at a time. And whenever I did this, it created me 109 slides. And I was like, no, no. And it was so many duplicates and don't do that. Just one template. Because when I did it the way that I was taught, instead of trying to make it up my own way, it actually worked. So, well, and I don't like how this has two different, here's what I'm going to do. You want to have the quote needs to be all in one section. And I'm gonna delete this. Actually, I'm gonna make this say, I'm so sad that I'm not doing this for Charlotte because that's what I really wanted to do. And then I'm gonna delete this. So you have to have your template made before you can do any of the rest of the stuff. Like you have to have your template ready to go. This is the one I'm going to use. I'm going to go over to mine where I gave them 20 quotes. Now I told Charlotte to do 30 because it's going to take the same amount of time. You can do 40, you can do 50. Look, now my chat GPT doesn't want to work.
You're being such a baby. Your
Here it
cabinet
goes.
that you have right there now looks so cute. It looks fine. It doesn't look stupid.
Olivia,
That's
you're
fine. She's being
unmuted.
so dramatic. Oh, sorry.
Being so dramatic. Okay, so once you have your things popped up in your chat GPT, you're going to copy them. And this is where you need a tool that we don't use often, and that is Microsoft Excel. It's not scary, I promise, but you want to do this probably from your desktop. I wouldn't know how to do this from my phone. So you're just opening a blank document and you're just gonna paste all of them in there. It's that easy. There's all 20 of the things that I have posted. They spaced it out a little bit. That's okay. I was nervous about that before, thinking, what about lines 2 and 4 and 6? It's still gonna work. All you gotta do is copy, paste into Excel.
Are you showing us pasting it in Excel?
Oh, did it not work? Oh, because
It's not, it didn't show us that part, or I didn't see it if you did it.
okay, let me see if there it is. Okay, so I copied it. I opened up the Excel sheet. I'm gonna go, I don't want you, I want you guys to be able to see this. I'm just gonna start that over. Okay. You guys, this is fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm glad I'm doing this early. Okay, share screen. Okay. No! Oh my gosh. It tried to end my Zoom. I'm glad that didn't work. Okay, share. Now this is what my Excel pops up. This is how it looks. This is probably an old version of Excel. I don't know. I'm just creating a blank Excel worksheet. What happened? Why is it doing that to me? Because it made a new thing, maybe? Okay, so this is how it looks. It's just blank. You're gonna just click there and paste. That's it. That's how it pops up. So you can see there's a space in between each thing. It's as easy as that. And then you're going to save it. We're gonna type, which I already saved this. I'm just gonna do it anyway, so I can find it easy. Mompreneur quotes. So save it as whatever, but you have to go to format and do it as a CSV. This is the only way this is going to work in Canva. This is what Canva needs. So bold, exclamation point, underlined, comma, separated values, and you're gonna save it. Continue. Okay, now I'm gonna go back over to this. I'm going to be in this big main screen and I'm going over here because y'all Canva just updated. There's a button here.
We are only seeing your Excel.
Thank you, Tammy.
I know, I'm sorry. And I didn't get to actually, so it didn't show us when you were saving it. So you said use CSV, comma, separate values.
That's what CSV stands for. So it'll say comma separates value,
Okay.
parentheses, so that you know that that's what it means, but it's saved as mompreneur quotes.csv.
Okay.
So let's go back to the thing here. I wish I could just share my entire.
Okay, now we see your Canva.
Okay, so because Canva updated, now we have a button over here that says bulk create. So I'm going to click that. And it says right here, add your data. So you're going to do upload data. And I made this, I don't know what it's showing you, but mompreneur quotes.
Yeah, we're seeing where you're putting mompreneur in.
Okay, and I'm gonna open it. Now I'm going to see how now my text is selected. And I'm gonna use these 3 little dots here that say more. And there's a little button now that says connect data. So you choose connect data and you have to select this. You have to select the T. Now you can see how it's purple and there's a little, it's like bold purple right here. And this is selected on the left and you simply click continue. And now there's all the quotes. I'm going to do generate 19 designs. And it literally just made me 20 quotes with what I need. Now you might have to go through, some of these are long, right? Because they're long quotes, but, oh, I don't want this giant. Sorry, guys. Okay, over here. All of them are there. So yeah, they might need to be worked around a little. I don't have to go and type every single one. they're done. So you can literally, what I would probably do for this is just make it smaller. Like this. This was my quote yesterday that I went up. And that's it, okay? But this isn't where we're going to end what we're going to do with these quotes. Once you have, this is just the graphic. What are you going to type? Like how are you going to know what to say about this when you post it? That's when you're going to go back to ChatGPT. That is going to work for you when you use it later. Can you see my ChatGPT now, Tammy?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So now that this is all in one thread, ChatGPT will not lose it. It's staying in this thread. So now what I did was I started with number 1. For number 1, type a caption for a post with this quote as the headline. And you can go back and do that every day. And there is your quote. I actually didn't like the quote that it gave me. And I said, rewrite, add empathy, and give 3 ways to have balance while juggling both mom and business life. Because the quote was about balancing balls, juggling balls, and having balance. So you can tweak what they say. That was so easy. I liked this a lot better. To go and do my quote. So now today I'm going to post something different. And then when I go to post my next one, I'm going to come back to this chat thread and I'm going to say, using number 2, give me a Instagram caption for this quote. And actually, I'm going to scroll up and see what number 2 is. I don't even know what it is. Oh, number 2 is actually juggling balls. So on my thing, it's probably this one is next. You don't have to choose. You can be both. Oh, this is good. I'm going to say, because I like mine to be like heartfelt, that's like my personality. So I'm going to say, be empathetic and add humor. Let's see what it says. Maybe it's not going to work though, because ChatGPT is not working right now. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's not going to work because ChatGPT is down. So anyway, you can see how this worked for me, how simple it was to go in here. You click a couple buttons and I didn't have to make up all of these quotes. I didn't have to go search for them. ChatGPT made them for me. And then I just made one graphic and now I have 20. So although, let's see, I went through mine after, I went through mine after and I did have to tweak some of them. And I think some of them still need like a little something because it put a couple weird characters in there. I still think this is so nice because ChatGPT did the work and Canva did the work, and all that I had to tweak was so simple. Oh, this is so fun today. Where are we?
I think this is freaking awesome, Samantha.
Thanks.
I tried to type that in the chat, but I don't know if it's the whole world is messed up now, but when I try to type in chat, it's typing in a different language in Zoom. So I'm talking, so sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
This is going to be like super helpful once I can get in there and do it.
Yeah, and hopefully ChatGPT does decide to come back to normal today. Honestly, I have been following a ton of people on social media about the new Instagram updates as far as the algorithm goes, and I love them, which is why I'm using them. Sometimes when they do algorithm updates and I don't like it, I just avoid it and wait for it to pass because it doesn't agree with me and I'm not happy with it. I really like what they're doing right now. They don't want you to use engagement bait is what they're calling it, which there's a whole bunch of controversy about this right now because Instagram actually released it on their page and then deleted it because so many creators got mad. So they deleted it, and it's like, it's a whole thing because so many of us have been used to doing a call to action and saying, comment, summer fun in the comments for the details, or for the special, or for the promo. That's what we've been doing all this time, but they don't want us to do that anymore. And if we do, they're not going to show it to as many people. What they want you to do is ask a question that involves an answer that's not yes or no or pick me. They want you to ask a question that is engaging. And guess what? That creates relationships, that builds trust, that gives you actual people to talk to that are not just trolling your site. And, you know, I can't even tell you how many times Arizona Real Pictures comments on every single thing I post. And it's like, you're not even a real account, like, go. So it helps our business. It helps us feel good about our business and not like every other person. The more real you can get on your Instagram and the more you can have conversations on there, the more people are going to see your stuff. I love that. I love that for all of us. It's going to help us stay true, and it's going to get a lot of us like that anyway. So it's going to be easier to create content, and you can have ChatGPT help you. You can tell ChatGPT, what questions can I ask for interaction on this post? And it will give you answers or questions to ask. Your ChatGPT is your social media manager. It will give you what you need. And also there is, you guys, how many of you hate the meta chat in the Instagram or the Facebook? But if you use it, Instagram helps you or Facebook helps you. So if you go to that meta in your Instagram and you tell it to give you, let's see, ask Meta or AI or search, and you say, give me 10 keywords for mompreneurs is what I'm going to say. And you use it as chat GPT and you let Meta do it, they're going to give you 10 keywords to type into your Instagram, but this came straight from Meta. This isn't from ChatGPT. This is from Meta. This is from Instagram. So if you use these keywords, and these are the keywords that Instagram gave you, you're going to have even better results. So you can use this Meta as your ChatGPT also. It's just a different format. It's also ChatGPT. So when you're using, they want you to use this. Like, I know it's annoying, especially when you're not trying to use that feature, but if you use it, they will reward you for using it. So ask it questions and then take its advice along with it. So I've been talking now for 40 minutes, even with our technical difficulties and talking about Thrive and Mingles. I think we talked about a lot. So thank you for joining me. Sorry I had to be early, but it's life, right? So you guys, you want to say something, Tammy?
I was just gonna tell you thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. This was so good.
Happy payday, everybody, and I will see you next week. Bye.